Kingdom to Hill was never really a show that caught my attention growing up, mostly because for one I had no easy way to watch it, as it was never on Netflix nor did I ever come across any DVD or VHS sets. That was until it came out on Disney Plus, offering me that easy way to watch it. However, it wasn't until I started watching YouTuber Shady Do Rigs that I actually got an interest in the show. Also, shout out to Shady, their vids are really cool. Ever since, it's become a major comfort show for me. The earlier seasons being like a time capsule into a simpler time where social media was not around to rot the brains of children everywhere, and everything wasn't so damn expensive and all that. The later seasons being some of the most unbearable and infuriating slop television has to offer, with dog water episodes like Hank's Bully, Hank's Choice, Patch Boomhauer, Miss Wakefield, etc. The episode we're looking at, however, is one of the absolute best of the entire show. That episode being Season 3, Episode 23, Wings of the Dope. But first, we need to establish some things first, because this episode is best experienced after having watched everything before it. This is Luann Platter. She is the niece of Peggy Hill and niece-in-law with Hank Hill. Hank here is a propane salesman and, long story short, not the kind of man who would think to keep such a detached member of his family, like the daughter of his wife's brother, under his roof for any longer than a day. Not for Peggy's persistence and empathy managing to convince Hank to let Luann live there until she's found her own place. Hank would not have let her live there that long. Luann has this boyfriend named Buckley, who is this narrow-minded teenager more focused on joking his way through life than anything else, who works at a large retail store called the Megalomart, which is a store Hank hates with a passion, and doesn't care anymore for Buckley either, but doesn't stop Luann from dating it, as in his eyes, he doesn't need to, as she's not his daughter. Luann have an on-again, off-again relationship for the series. Sometimes they're a couple, and sometimes they are broken off. When they're together, it's not exactly pretty. They bicker and fight, and all around it's not a good relationship for either of them. The breaking point for Luann was when the Megalomart started selling propane, causing Hank's work to go under, and Hank being out of a job, refusing to work at the Megalomart out of spite. Luann decides she wants to sell propane and bring some money in, and is promised a job by Buckley. That is until Hank changes his mind and got the job. That is until Hank changes his mind and got the job from Buckley before Luann could. This enrages Luann so much that she decides to break up with Buckley once and for all. It's important to note that Buckley was not good at handling propane in the slightest. He would drag canisters of it across the floor and leave the pump going slightly, causing gas leaks. You can probably see where this is going now. Hank decides to protest the Megalomart during the concert when the store would be empty. He has to go inside for something, and as this happens, Luann and Buckley are also inside in the middle of breaking up. Luann trying to be serious and Buckley being Buckley and joking away. Not taking care of the propane he's also handling at the same time. The gas leak happens. Flame is lit. Megalomart explodes, killing Buckley, balding Luann, and scarring Hank, causing him to gain a fear of propane. That's not important right now. The point is, Buckley is dead, and Luann is now without the one thing she cared most about: her hair, as well as having broken up with her boyfriend just before he exploded. Leaves her feeling like a completely different person, no longer dim and charismatic. Now she's desperately wanting to be a journalist and angry.
This is how you eat a Big Mac. What the fuck?
It takes reading a postcard she got from Buckley and being reminded why she liked him to begin with that she finally cry and grieve over him, turning her back into her happy self, but still not having fully moved on, and later sees him as a ghost, foreshadowing this episode. Alright, now we're all caught up.
Back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on the turntables back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on it back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on the turntables back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on it back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on the turntables back to back, and spinning on it back.
So the episode starts off with Luann being told that an upcoming test will be the end-all be-all for her at a beauty school, and being bullied by her peers over it, establishing how bad she has it there and how she could make it better.
It sure has been a hard year for you, Luann, with your boyfriend blowing up and losing all your hair and being on academic probation. But you know, if you pass this last exam, it'll turn everything around.
Meanwhile, Hank and his friends are eyeballing Buckley's trampoline their neighbor Con got after his funeral. It's in rough shape, and the alley gang, being who they are, they want to fix it, so expertly trick Con into doing not only that, but also mowing his lawn for 2 months.
Say, Con, we were just thinking...
We don't want to fix your trampoline. Oh, now I get it. You rednecks want to fix my trampoline, but what's in it for me? You mow my lawn for 2 months.
Which is actually something the guys love doing.
played him like a damn fiddle.
When Luann sees a trampoline, she's reminded of Buckley, and that sends her into a sobbing fit and runs inside of the house, which she studies herself asleep and wakes up to the sound of someone on a trampoline. Luann goes to investigate and ends up being Buckley as an angel.
What happened to you being dead? Are you an angel? Buckley's angel.
Don't wear it out.
Luann is a wash of relief and joy at seeing him and finding out he's okay. You know, for a dead guy. This causes Luann to become highly religious and happy, much to Hank's delight. As such, he plays along with the Buckley's angel thing as he's keeping her from crying, calling him her guardian angel, and that he'll help her get through school and move out.
I'll bet God sent you this guardian angel. And if you have a problem from now on, you don't have to cry because Buckley's angel will help you through your tests or...
Ooh, my guardian angel.
Yep. Find an apartment.
So basically playing into their illusions and isolating her from reality just because it benefits him, and because he feels he has no responsibility to stop it as Luann's not his kin.
I should have thought of this years ago. It's like she has a boyfriend I never have to meet.
Hey, look, it's Luann walking her book.
I'm not walking my book. I'm waiting for my guardian angel.
Do you hear yourself? You're crazy.
But soon the word that Buckley is an angel spreads like wildfire in the neighborhood, and many religion is formed by the guys. Bill using the trampoline to send letters to Buckley's angel for him to find a woman.
Dear Buckley's angel, bring me a woman.
Dale fearing vengeance of Buckley.
Ah! It's a sign we've been playing God with Buckley's trampoline now.
And Boomhauer having his own reasons.
I don't know, man. You know, they had a little time and a little off, man. I'm gonna work
Believe it or not, but I'm actually able to understand Boomhauer pretty well. Rarely ever do I have to rewind and really pay attention to what he's saying, but here, I have no idea what the hell came out of his mouth. This then causes Hank to become against it, as now it's negatively affecting his life, as the guys now no longer wish to tamper with the trampoline in fear of angering Buckley. Nope. In fear of angering Buckley's porthole to hell. I have to say real quick that Dale, without a doubt, is my favorite character in the show. He's just super funny. Anyways, we then see Peggy talking to her friend and neighbor Min, who is Khan's wife, about Buckley, which is mainly to fully establish how big the news has gotten. It's at this point where Hank decides to sign a nip in the bud and tells Luann that if she ever sees Buckley again, it'd be forming an evil angel of death.
He'll pass the test and he'll have finished his good deed and there'll be no need for him to come back to Earth again. And if you do see Buckley's angel again, it'll actually be an evil angel of death.
Hank, hello everybody. This obviously upsets Luann. She goes to the trampoline to wait for him so he can help her study for the test, but he doesn't show up after night one. She replies it was likely a dream or hallucination from the stress of studying too hard, and Luann starts crying again. Peggy comes outside and Luann starts going on about how he would also flake on her when he was still alive.
Where is he? Buckley always did this to me.
Her confidence in remaining in beauty school is fading. She considers dropping out, but Peggy convinces her otherwise.
Maybe I should drop out of beauty school, Aunt Peggy.
What? Luann, you have wanted to go to beauty school since you were 6. Education is the sleeping pill that makes dreams happen.
Advice right there. Peggy helps Luann throughout the night, and when Luann wakes up, she finds she's running late for her test, so she rushes off to school. Not before saying goodbye to Buckley. Buckley finally shows up again in Luann's car, and like Hank said, this visit isn't as pleasant as first.
Oh, you finally showed up. Thank you, Buckley's angel. Thank you.
Hey, you're gonna fail the test.
What?
They get into a fight over Jesus saying Luann is meant for something else besides beauty school, which Luann believes means something worse.
Luann, you really suck at beauty school. Drop out. Love Jesus.
You're a terrible angel, Buckley. I wish you never died.
They end up getting in a car crash, and Luann is helped out by community college students who assume she goes there as well, which puts the idea in Luann's head that this might be what Jesus was actually talking about. Also, Buckley bailed out of the car just for the crash.
Bill!
Luann makes it to her test in time and is reminded once again why she hates it. She's last seen about to take the test before the scene cuts back to the guys where they find a note in a trampoline.
Dear Bill, Boomhauer, and Dale, I have been unable to find a woman for Bill. Or a crankshaft from a 1968 Dodge.
Oh. I guess that's what he was talking about earlier. Okay.
And the porthole to hell is actually located in Hank's garage near...
But turns out Hank wrote it and the guys get mad at Hank before getting splashed with the cold water, coming back to reality and continuing on with the project. We then see Luann returning home excited, which makes you think she aced the exam.
You aced the exam? I knew it! Oh, congratulations, Luann.
But then...
No. And I got my tuition refund from Miss Kremser and enrolled in Island Community College, just like Jesus said.
This is the best news that family heard all month, and they're super happy. What? This is the best news the family heard all month, and they're super happy for Luann. Hank thinks that first it means she'll move out, but...
I can't afford to move out now.
Well, I guess as long as you're in school, bettering yourself and whatnot.
Thank you, Uncle Hank.
Last scene in the episode was Luann going to throw away her beauty school supplies and encounters Buckley again. She thanks him and apologizes for everything she said in the car ride, says goodbye to Buckley, and finally moves on with Buckley bouncing off in the sky. Luann goes back inside, but Buckley still comes down and walks away, implying that he was actually a real angel the whole time, which for King of the Hill is super out of the ordinary, as it's far more grounded in shows like Family Guy. Hell, even more so in shows like The Simpsons. To have an actual angel in the show is like having a live-action actor randomly in a scene and no way paying attention to it. That doesn't say it's a bad episode. It's absolutely amazing. It really felt like a love letter to everything the show had before. It almost feels like it was meant to be a series finale, as it's really good off to its vibes with Luann breaking status quo so heavily. Though, this episode would eventually be shot all over with Luann eventually dropping out of college and going to work at a barbershop with Bill. But I'd like to believe in my little brain that that's not canon. This episode isn't my all-time favorite episode, as I'm always more interested in laughs, but it's still really high up there for me. Maybe the last time Buck was ever relevant to the show, but it wasn't his last appearance in the show, as he would still show up in the opening credits to episodes for years and years after this episode. At the time of writing this, it is still late October, but I'm confident by the time this video goes up, it'll be way past November 8th, which was the 2-year anniversary of Sonic Frontiers. Oh, and also my 20th birthday. That's right, ladies and gents, yours truly is no longer a teenager. My youth is over, my withering has begun. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the future. Sometime. Probably. Maybe. Don't count on it.
No problem.